Hi, my name is Bailey Fulcher and I'm going to show you active and passive transport through the cell membrane using a fluid mosaic model. This model represents a fluid mosaic model because they both show cell movement through the passive and active transport. Cell transport is necessary because it maintains homeostasis. So the parts of my model are the noodles represent lipid tails, Plato phosphate heads. This is the cell membrane and endo and exocytosis. The Plato represents cholesterol. This is the channel protein represented by toilet paper roll. And this is my phospholipid represented by a pipe cleaner. This is my peripheral protein by a box. This is my ATP molecule, water molecule, regular molecule, 2 sodium ions, and 3 potassium things. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show you is passive transport and diffusion. So in passive transport, it is always moving from a high concentration to a low concentration. In diffusion, a regular molecule such as air and oxygen is used and passes through the cell membrane and then out of the cell membrane. The next thing I'm going to show you is osmosis. This is the same as diffusion, except this is used with the H2O molecule. This moves out from a high concentration to a low concentration out of the cell membrane. The last example of passive transport that I'm going to show you is facilitated diffusion. The molecules used for this process are sodium molecules, and in this process, the molecules cannot move straight to the membrane because they are too big. Instead, they move through the channel protein, like this, and then out of the cell. The next thing I'm going to show until equilibrium is reached. The next thing I'm going to show you is active transport. There are 3 examples of active transport. First thing I'm going to show you is protein pump. This process occurs from low concentration to a high concentration gradient. This process shows how potassium and sodium ions move through the cell membrane. They are also too big to go through the cell membrane, so they need help with the ATP molecule. So 3 potassium move through the cell membrane with the help of 1 ATP molecule. They then move out of the cell and are met by 2 sodium ions. The sodium ions move into the cell this time. This process continues. The next thing I'm going to show you is endocytosis. In this, the concentration gradient is low to high and the molecules get taken into the cell through the membrane. The membrane swallows the molecule and then takes it into the cell. Lastly, I'm going to show you exocytosis. This process is the exact opposite of endocytosis, and instead the molecule gets taken out of the cell. This occurs from a low concentration to a high concentration, and the molecule leaves the cell and it is pushed out. Thank you for watching my biology video, 6th period Sweeby. Bye.